When it comes to anything you might be thinking of doing for beer and a new year, here's what I want you to do for yourselves this year. I want you to treat yourself to all the craft lager that you can find. Hi, I'm Anthony St. Clair, beer writer.
And I'm Jody St. Clair, master crafter.
And this is Heater Allen Coastal. Here's the thing about craft lager. There's not very many of them. Now, I don't have a hard number on this, but just given all the writing I've done about this industry, I'd be amazed if, probably no more than 5-10% of craft beers are lagers. And it's pretty simple. It's a matter of economics. It takes, this long to make an ale. It takes like that long to make a lager. So that beer sitting around in a tank longer costs that brewery more money. So you don't necessarily see a ton of craft lager out there. But when you do, this is why it's so important to try these. One, they're generally awesome. Two, you want to know how good a brewery is, just at a sheer, how their chops. It comes down to those lagers. Because with a lager, you got nowhere to hide. If you're off your game, if your ingredients maybe a little, if your brewing technique is off, there's nowhere to hide stuff in a lager. The flavors are cleaner, crisper, and you just have to have it down to do good lager. So when a brewery is serving one, odds are they are very confident in their brewing, and they're really confident that beer is going to get a positive reception. So if you see one on tap, you see one in the bottle or can, you snag that puppy. The reason we chose this beer, Heater Allen, is a family brewery based in McMinnville, Oregon, so the heart of Oregon wine country in the Willamette Valley, about an hour or so north of Eugene. It's run by Rick Allen and his daughter Lisa, so it's this daughter-father initiative, cool people, and just really good place. And part of what makes Heater Allen so distinctive is it's not that they have a couple of taps of lager amidst their ales. They are one of the few breweries in the country that does craft lager. This is their specialty. This is their wheelhouse. Cheers.
That's very good.
It is so good.
I think what surprises people when they first get like a craft lager is that it doesn't look yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, it can.
It can if you're getting a Pils or a Helles.
Yeah, but some of them, lager doesn't mean light beer.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, you can analog a lot of this stuff too, like what the parallel is. Like a Schwarzbier is a black lager. It's basically the lager analog of a porter. And this coastal style has a lot of characteristics that you might find in some ambers. This one has even a little bit that that might remind me of like a mild pale ale.
Yeah.
There's a good hop note in there. But
there's definitely, it's a little more hop forward than I think some of the other lagers we've had from them.
Yeah.
Like, definitely got, especially it's got like a little bit of malty beginning and then more hoppy ending. It's pretty quickly like hop.
Yeah, it's got a really nice hop aroma to it, especially. I like that. Yeah, Heater Allen, so their Pils is a regular beer for me. Their Schwarzbier is a favorite between us.
Yeah, the Schwarzbier has been...
And the Coastal, one of the reasons we chose this too, this beer is crazy. So the Coastal style comes from pre-Prohibition brewing that was basically on the west coast of the U.S. So when you hear about steam beer, this is pretty much what we're talking about, except nobody really talks about steam beer because of trademark stuff and it's weird industry inside baseball. But up until Prohibition, you had this style of beer pretty common in places like San Francisco and whatnot, where you didn't have refrigeration, but you had a lot of people hungry for beer. So brewers would, I think what I understand is you get the beer up to rooftops, or get the wort up to rooftops, and cool it there in the foggy night air.
Mm.
So there's this
whole... It causes all the steam.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How much of that is fact? How much of that veers into urban
Myth.
legend? I'm not entirely certain. There's beer, alcohol, people who tell tales, stuff. But that's the gist of it. But with Prohibition, this is one of those styles that we nearly lost. It almost went extinct. Fritz Maytag is credited with reviving the Anchor Brewery. Anchor Steam was the main beer. And then over the years, you've had a few others, not a ton. You don't find a ton of beers like this. But you've had some who have taken their hand at kind of the steam method or looking at that overall profile. And what you get is just really distinct flavor. It's crisp, and you've got all this nice small body. And it's just a fun beer to drink.
Even though it's darker in color, it's not dark, but this almost tastes like a summer beer to me.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
It's kind of, I could drink it now, that's fine. But actually, if I was to want to, I think I'd rather drink it in the summer when it's warm.
I could definitely see that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For me, this is especially nice right now because I've spent a good deal of the day working on clearing out our garage for a big project we have underway. So this is very needed. Now, Heater Allen is one of those breweries that distribution is a little more limited. If you are in Oregon in the Northwest, definitely seek them out. You'll find them easily in the state and kind of in the region. If you can't find Heater Allen in particular, Anchor Steam beer from San Francisco, that's probably the most well-known version of this beer. And they're usually pretty easy to find. So if you can get your hands on one of those, definitely. And it's a great intro to kind of that epitome of the style, so to speak. Steamworks Steam Engine Lager from out of Durango, Colorado. That's another really good entry in this category. And from there, just really what it comes down to, you find a craft lager, get it. A Pils, Helles, a Fest, a Bock, a Maibach, I don't care what it is. Try it. It is just different. Because often when we think of lager, we think of either the American, mass market Pilsners, or we think of some of the global Pilsners, and they're all over the world, and Pilsners are the most popular style of beer in the world. And there's good reason for that. But the world of craft lager is way bigger and deeper and broader than just Pilsner.
Yeah.
And this, to me, is one of the epitomes of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'd love to hear what your favorite, if you have a favorite lager, or if you have a local brewery that's doing lager near you. If you want to share that with us, we'd love to hear it in the comments below, because we're always making our list of beers for us to try too. So,
while hopefully adding to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharing good beer.
Yes, makes the world go round. So these beer reviews are brought to you by my patrons on Patreon, my wanderers. These are folks who every month provide me financial support that helps make more of my fiction and nonfiction possible. So thank you to all of my patrons for helping make this beer review possible. You can also become a patron today by going to patreon.com/Anthony St. Clair. And I hope to see you there.
Yeah, you get access to these videos as we make them for only $1 a month. It's $12 for the year. So very reasonable investment, and it helps us keep making these and helps support us in our creative journeys as we continue to create as a family.
That's right. Well said, my master crafter. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm Anthony St. Clair, beer writer.
And I'm Jody St. Clair, master crafter.
And may you have a wonderful beer in your hands. Cheers.